Wait, I wasn't ready. Shit. Hi. Hello. How are everyone here today? Jesus Christ. Well, look, I got new emotes. Finally, after like 2 years. What a great idea. What was that title? What do you mean? This is very on brand and normal around these parts. What do you mean? It's a very normal title. The title is Man of God Whips Kids Who Beg for It. That's the title of the stream. What do you mean? What's the problem? Jesus Christ. Yeah, put your pants on and ready up. My pants were already on. My shirt was not. I forgot I wasn't wearing the Yee. Yikes, my boys. Oh. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. I mean the article. I know you meant the article. Can't I fuck with you even a little bit? Shite monster. I can't fuck with you just a little bit. Mind YouTube doesn't punish you for that title. I don't get punished for titles. Stop living in fantasy world. Stop listening to people who break the rules and then complain and try to confuse you about how they break them. Stop that. I recommend you give that up. That might work with the lesser mammals, but that don't work over here. Because over here, we use our brains. Over here, we do a little bit of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of thinking. Hold on. Out of curiosity. Oh, hi! How are you all? You know what I'm saying? I was about to say it's Monday. It's Tuesday. Monday Night Football was a thing. Sunday Night Football is a thing. Apparently, you plebeians like this concept, this American-made concept of Taco Tuesday. I'm changing that. I'm making it Taco Thursday now. I despise Taco Tuesday. Who celebrates anything on a fucking Tuesday? You're fucking weird. If your birthday on a Tuesday, change that to a Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? But as seen on your screens, got new emotes, and they're all hat related. I always wanted to do something emote wise with my with the hat. Never thought of it until just randomly I was like, wait, wasn't there a video game that came out where the not whole premise but like the main shtick was the hat? And I was like, oh wait, that was Mario. And I thought to myself, all right, what can I do? What could I possibly do that would make that make sense? And then I figured it out, and I went immediately to Fiverr, and I was like, yeah, I got this pink hat. Could you make the hat cry? Could you make the hat shocked? Could you just give it a blank little stare? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Mad. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Astonished, but blue. And that's what I got. What if there's a wedding anniversary on a Tuesday? Get divorced. Get a divorce. If your wedding anniversary is on a Tuesday, get a divorce. And that's my red pill advice for you for the weekend. You know what I'm saying? But if I could confuse your brains just a little bit. Now look, I read this whole thing, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I just turned my head and I realized it's 6 o'clock and it's completely pitch black outside. Man-made concepts, aren't they great? I read this whole thing, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm struggling to understand why one would do this to themselves. Public peer pressure, maybe, but who knows? Don't you always confuse our brains with all the articles you show us? No! When have I ever done such a thing? I don't think I could have possibly ever done such a thing like that to you. Who? What do you take me for? What do you take me for? How dare you? Anyways, an Alabama preacher, Bubba Copeland, killed himself after being outed as a transgender curvy girl. An Alabama preacher and politician killed himself Friday 2 days after being outed for having a secret life that he shared online as a transgender curvy girl, Bubba Copeland, who is the mayor of the tiny Smith Station with a population of just 6,756, as well as the pastor at First Baptist Church in nearby Phoenix City, shot himself around 5 p.m. in front of the sheriffs who were following him. Copeland was a married father of 3. His suicide came after police were asked to do a welfare check and began tailing his car. He exited the vehicle, produced a handgun, and took his own life. That is dramatic. Copeland's suicide followed an expose in the 1819 News, terrible name for a news station, a news site once owned by a conservative think tank, the Alabama Policy Institute, that described Copeland's secret life online as a transgender woman under the pseudonym Brittany Blair Summerlin. That is a terrible, that's too many T's. That's too many T's. That's too many T's. Brittany described herself as a transitioning transgender curvy girl that loves smiling, clothes, and shoes. This is a very happy looking old man. One of his social media profiles showed Copeland wearing different women's outfits, including bedroom photos of himself in women's underwear. 1819 also reported that Copeland could be seen wearing some of his wife's clothing in his posts. First of all, I just want to know one question. Where did he get, who found all this? Who found all this? Like, desperately, I'm intrigued to know. Who was peering through this man's life to one day just randomly go on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook and see, hey, I kind of know that face. I know that beard. There's no beard there. I know that nose. That's my pastor. The hell is he doing cross-dressing? And how in the fuck do you know that that's their wife's clothing? Okay, so this is our guy. Unfortunately, he's no longer on this earth. Natanya, I appreciate you being a member for a month. But this is him as nice looking old man. And this is him as the transgender curvy girl. Which, again, how do you know that's his wife's clothing? If that even is his wife's clothing. If he just bought some random clothes from Target, also fine. Like, come on. This is not really a manner of which you should be taking your own life. Copeland referred to himself as a thick transgender woman and encouraged other trans women to go on hormone replacement therapy. He also posted transgender, wow. All right. He also posted transgender porn as well as transgender fiction and
also stop hiring black people to make Mexican food. Would you trust a white person to make you Chinese food?
Serenity, welcome to the fields. That boy was thick. Oh my God. Heckin', I appreciate you being a member of the fields for 3 months. Serenity, now that you're a member, you get access to all those nice little emotes. You know what I'm saying? You know that one. You want to feel like a star. You want to be angry. You want to cry. Crying is natural. Crying is a man's sport. As well as, oh, I read that. Okay, so wait, I just want to know how people found this out. Well, I'm answering my own damn question. It's the Instagram. Or wherever he was posting this. Did they say where he posted all this shit? I know they said social media, but do they have a specific social media? You know what I'm saying? No? No? Okay, I'll keep reading. Copeland told 1819 News, which published the report on his 62nd birthday. Oh, y'all mean. Y'all tragic. Y'all do this on his 62nd birthday. Y'all couldn't pick another day. That his online alter ego was a harmless hobby that did not go beyond his home. Arguably, one could debate that, yes, you might just be in your house and you're not going outside. You are taking pictures of yourself and broadcasting it on social media and apparently encouraging trans women to, have the hormone replacement therapy, which is a conversation we're not getting into because I don't feel like it. And you also posted porn, my boy. Like, come on now. You can't have two things and make them both make sense. Yes, you're doing it in the comfort of your house, but buddy, you kind of going outside, not even technically, you're going outside of the home by letting a bunch of strangers online see you. You know what I'm saying? Also, unannounced, I got in a car accident today. I'm fine because, I clearly I'm fine. But, a fender bender happened today. And that is what happens when I don't drive. When I put other people behind the wheel, problems happen. And that is why I will either drive or I will walk. Because yes, Americans, you can still walk everywhere. You sick heathens. Who did you hit? First of all, I wasn't behind the wheel. I didn't hit a fucking thing. Ha ha, you tried it. You tried it. Ah, duck. Anyway, Copeland told, blah, 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 blah. I already read that. Just my wife knows about it and people on social media. It's a hobby I do to relieve stress, to relieve stress. I have a lot of stress and I'm not medically transitioning. It's just a bit of a character I'm playing. I don't go out and seek solicitation or anything like that. What I do in private life has nothing to do with what I do in my holy life. Does this have any effect on me being mayor that I sometimes put on a dress or sometimes put on makeup? Does that have anything to do whatsoever with me being mayor or being a pastor? To me, I'm saying for me, I don't care. You in your house doing what you want to do. You also promoting it on social media. So it's not just your wife who knows about it. Clearly, other people recognized you and they found out about it. I would only think that your capabilities as a mayor are shot if you're doing a line of cocaine every day. That's me. You're doing a lot of cocaine every day, then you're not fit to be married. But in a time where people are not fond of secret lives, and then they find out that their mayor is a cross-dresser who's promoting porn on social media, that could disqualify you as being viewed as competent. Play silly games, win a silly prize. I don't know about that. I'm not really keen on the play stupid game, stupid pride thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Sandman, I appreciate you being a member for a month. I am not reading any of that. But I appreciate you being a member for a month. He appeared to take his outing in stride after the expose was published Wednesday. That night, he delivered his regular sermon at the First Baptist Church in Phoenix City and briefly addressed the scandal. I have been an object of an internet attack. An article that was written about my capacity as the mayor and capacity as a pastor. The article is not who or what I am. I would argue it is exactly who you are because you admitted it's what you do in your house. So that is you. You said you do it to relieve stress, so it is you. He downplayed the online material, calling it an attempt of humor. Miss Susie, I appreciate you being a member for 3 months. You right up there with heckin'. Don't read this? Well, kind of had to disobey the rules a little bit. Yes, I've taken pictures with my wife in the privacy of our home in an attempt of humor because I know I'm not a handsome man nor a beautiful woman either. I apologize for any embarrassment caused by my private personal life that has become public via you broadcasting this on social media. You know what I'm saying? A March interview that Copeland did with Columbus, Georgia's WRBL was both poignant and eerily foreshadowing his own faith. I always say, we're Mayberry 2023. It is really like everyone knows your name. We know everybody dies famous in a small town. Whoa. Everybody dies famous in a small town. That's what it is. It's Friday Night Lights. It is Mama's apple pie. Our community is very, very low crime, very low drug abuse. Our number one problem is suicide. It's sad. I think a lot of it has to do with the military. I think some of it has to do with social media and the reality of that. That is the number one problem we have. And that is true. That is an eerie ass statement to make. In 2019, Copeland led the city through recovery after a horrific March tornado. Oh, that's all fine. Him meeting with Trump really means nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just caught up and this feels like a blatant transphobic attack. He clearly felt threatened once he was outed and the news station was beyond cruel. I could feel as if somebody just did this. Part of me thinks somebody did this for political gain. Like, because what other reason? Granted, I'm saying that you also come into the situation where you kind of are not private if you're posting it on social media. I'm just saying. You posting it on social media is a drastically hard time for you to be able to think that your life is going to be private. You know? So it's like there's two sides here. There's, all right, you want to do this to relieve some stress, just fine. People do a lot of things to relieve stress. And, you know, if you want to cross-dress. Shit, ain't nothing I can do. I say this in the video I recorded that I need to edit. But there's nothing I can do about somebody who's a grown adult transitioning. What you want me to do? Go in the operating room and stop them from adding a dick to your body? I'm not certain, but I think I'd go to jail for that. I think I would. It's like if you live in your life and you just posting pictures of yourself wearing your wife's clothes, that's what you're doing. And I can't do nothing about that. However, not gonna go the route of thinking that you are private when you're posting it online and promoting porn. Like, that's not private. And that does sway the public opinion. It does. Because when the public of your small town finds out that you're promoting or posting transgender porn, you kind of biting the hand right there, bruh. You're biting the hand and you're biting it really bad. Leon promised to make you mozzarella sticks. Not only did I not do that, I truly feel as though Peachy does not belong in a kitchen anywhere near me. What does he gain politically from ending himself? I more so meant whoever it was that gave 1819 News this information. Not him. He gains nothing from shooting himself. Absolutely not. Oh, but Peachy, who told you to believe random people online? I told you about that. I told you stop doing that. Stop giving faith. You know? I have to reluctantly agree. What do you mean? What do you mean reluctantly? You have to agree on that. This is a politician who's posting porn on social media. Like, bro, like unequivocally. You gonna take a hit. What did he say? Just my wife knows about it. Where's the part? What I do in my private life has nothing to do with what I do in my holy life. Does that have anything to do whatsoever with me being mayor or being a pastor? Yes, the public opinion. And that will be swayed with you doing that. You know, that's really it. Should he have taken his own life? No. Why the fuck would I cheer? Why the fuck would I sit here and co-sign a motherfucker taking their life just because they got outed for cross-dressing? For what? Not the life I want to live. Not the stance I'm going to take, you know? But that's that. Unfortunate guys know. Oh, look, it's that guy who apparently a bunch of people are wanting to vote for next year. Sweet car, but that's all I got for this. That's all I got for this. I saw this. I found it real sad, but that's pretty much it. It's always sad when someone dies before their time. I will contest you on that. It is not always sad when someone dies before their time. I could give you certain scenarios that you would want to see people not alive anymore, where you don't care about it being their time or not. So, I've always hated that. Not to single you out, but I've always hated the concept of, all right, it's not their time to go. It's no one's time to go. You should always feel sad when someone died before they. No, not really. Foolish concept. I can name you 10 women that want R. Kelly dead now. You know what I'm saying? But that's here and nor it is there. Now, Peachy came in and she was asking, what did the church do now? Oh, I don't know. Maybe a pastor whipping children? Now, look. I went to a Catholic school. I'll tell you a story about this Catholic school. I was in the 5th grade and graduating from elementary school. And I was given all this hype about this high school. Oh, it's a great high school, prominent high school. You're going to learn a lot at this high school. And for some reason, everybody was really excited because there was a paddle. And like when you act up in school, they beat you with a paddle. But when I first arrived on the scene, there was like this big town hall-esque council meeting. And they struck that rule from every school. You were no longer allowed to beat a child whom you didn't know. Corporal punishment, that's what they referred to it as. Corporal punishment. And they made a rule saying, no more of that. We done with that. And I ain't never got beat with a paddle. And I remember one specific moment early in my years at this school. And when I mean early, I mean the second fucking day. I get in a little bit of trouble. I got into a kerfuffle, as Peachy would call it. And I go to the disciplinarian. And the motherfucker just sits me in there. And he is like a fucking scene in a fucking mafia movie. The nigga points and he's like, look behind you. And I fucking look. I see this big ass board about this long. And this motherfucker like, you lucky they changed the rules because I'd hit you with that right now. And he said it like he was going to pull my pants down. And I'm like, whoa, rape. We're not doing that here, buddy. It's not how we're doing that. And if he did, I was calling the police. You breaking the law, sir. And, I ain't never get hit with no board. Ain't hit me with no board. My ass is for rubbing and shitting and wiping. You know what I'm saying? They still paddle motherfuckers in the 80s. Good Lord, that sounds terrifying. I wasn't even terrified. I just look back at him like, boy, stranger danger, I don't even know you. I don't even know you like that. Talking to me like you gonna abuse me. It doesn't even hurt. A ruler doesn't even hurt. Florida pastor, have I ever been bored? Yes. And I'm only bored in scenarios where I don't want to be. Like if you bring me somewhere that you think is fun, but I don't, I'm going to be bored and I'm going to leave. Just gonna be that honest with you. Because a lot of shit doesn't appeal to me. And then people get mad when they find me out and about in public. And it's like, well, your idea sucks. My idea is fine. And my idea is fine for me. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Florida pastor accused of whipping, misbehaving 4th graders with a belt. There's a part in this article that is the reason why I titled this stream the way I titled it. Just so everybody knows, I titled this stream, Man of God Whips Kids Who Beg for It for a reason. I titled it that for a fucking reason. Florida parents are calling for the arrest of a local pastor who allegedly whipped They're fourth graders with a belt at a private religious school. The furious moms and dads claim the man of cloth, Terrence Gray, entered the classroom where their 9 and 10-year-olds were at St. Mark's AME Church Alpha Learning Academy in Orlando on Thursday afternoon, demanding to know which students were misbehaving. Gray allegedly demanded that the children stand up and admit to the bad behavior. It's unclear if any did, but the student's teacher eventually outed the reputed misbehaving pupils and forced them to stand up. The pastor is accused of then taking off his belt and giving 3 lashes each to more than a dozen students, leaving some of them with bruises on their legs. He said he was going to whoop us with a belt because we were being bad. Student Shane Walker told WFTV the boy's mother, Janisha Martin, great name, said she was very emotional when she heard what happened. I don't send my child to school to be abused by anyone. The pastor should have been arrested last night. I don't mean to laugh, but the next fucking part of this is fucking hilarious only to me. When confronted about the beating, Gray said the students volunteered to be whipped. Pastor Gray said that the children volunteered, which is a lie. My child would never volunteer to disciplinary action of any sort. Listen. Let me ask a question. Let me ask you a question. How many of you grew up as children? Show of hands. How many of you got in trouble as a child? Honest answers. Honest answers only. How many of you got told by your mothers or your fathers or a parental guardian, I'm going to hit you with a belt as punishment? Because, you got to learn. Me, you know what I'm saying? And you got hit with that belt, you know what I'm saying? Now, how many of you as children, specifically 9, 10-year-old, ever begged to get hit? I don't know. I can't name 5 children where if you line them up and ask them, do you want to get hit with a belt? 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 I can't imagine any of them saying, yeah. Impossible. Impossible. I wouldn't. What? That's a sadistic ass 9-year-old. That's one sadistic ass 9-year-old who just be like, pick me, I want it. What? Absolutely not. Unfathomable. My brother and I went to a youth concert. First of all, you should get punished for that. Who the fuck goes to a youth concert? You went in there and everything smelled like nothing but mildew and grease. It wasn't a holy room. It was not, and not will be ever, a holy room. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, another mother, Kanisha Felix, said she pulled her daughter out of the school after the child was beaten for drawing pictures of children and passing them around to students. What makes a man want to whip a child like that? Arguably, the man's crazy. The mom said that when she told school administrators she would be removing her child, they gave her a form to sign which indicated the reasons for the girl's withdrawal were academic. Felix insisted on writing child abuse in its place. The angered mother said that the school's handbook does not list whipping as a form of acceptable punishment, and even though Gray is a senior pastor of a church that operates the school, he is not supposed to be involved in its day-to-day operations. The principal of the Alpha Learning Academy did not immediately respond to the post's request for comment Monday. A separate email sent to the e-address listed for Gray on the church's website bounced back. Gray has been a senior pastor, blah, 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 blah. I don't care about that. His profile says blah, 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 blah. Orlando police are now investigating the alleged beating, saying that they were called soon after the students reported the lashings. None of these children were seriously injured, and no paramedics were called. Paramedics were called to the scene. He needs lashings. He needs those good dirty lashings. Why am I not surprised? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Is there something we're supposed to be paying attention to? You know what I'm saying? Peach, if there's anything Peachy is not, it's alpha. I wouldn't even consider Peachy beta. Whatever's lower than beta, that's Peachy. No. Peachy can barely operate an air fryer. So, you know what? There's Omega, there's Alpha, there's Sigma, there's Omega, there's Alpha, there's Beta, then there's Peachy. There's Peachy. They're just gonna leave Peachy in her own category. If I'm so rude, why am I often right? I don't know. I don't know the astrological signs of all these Egyptian words and the doodads and all that shit. There are a few people upset at me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say they're upset. They're perplexed that I don't see the bigger picture in regards to this manifesto that only has 3 pages leaked, and now we feel like we've had all of our inner workings validated. I stand very firm that, because somebody left a comment under my video and it was like, this is going to expose how violent the left really is. I was just thinking, no, it's not. It's just going to validate how you feel about your political opponent. You've had numerous examples to prove how violent one political side is, and vice versa. Because as much as they got on you, you got on them. And whenever, if ever, this manifesto comes out, I hope y'all happy. I hope whatever's in it, fully, you get what you want. I hope it's not a bunch of I hate this group and this group and this group and this group, because the argument then will be all of you are fucked, your mindsets are fucked, and you need to be better. Because if you're not going to be better, congratulations. You're just admitting you're part of the problem and you don't want to solve shit. So y'all better hope that this trans shooters manifesto is nothing but I hate white people. Because if it's I hate Trump supporters and I hate Republicans and I hate Joe Bideners and all that, if it's hating everybody, well, shit. I know that was a weird segue. I kind of just thought about it. You know? I kind of just thought about it. I have no idea why. Except I do know the reason why. And that's going to be something I talk about in the stream. But I wanna go on a rant, and I feel like I'm glad. Peachy, are you still here? I will not go on this rant if Peachy's not here. And I know when I say that, Peachy might think that I'm gonna bring up the dating, the red pillars, but I'm not. I promise, not this time. I'm not gonna do it this time. I just want to know if Peachy is still here. Because I feel as though Peachy's going to be very upset at me. I feel like she's going to be very upset at me for the next thing I'm talking about. Growing up, I hated Tyson chicken nuggets. They were fucking terrible. They were the worst brand of chicken nuggets on the face of the planet. There was school lunches where all you got was a piece of random ass meat that was better than a frozen ass Tyson chicken nugget. It was not preferable as eatery as a 10-year-old little Leon. It was impossible for me to sit there and enjoy that. I felt the starch in a Tyson chicken nugget. I felt how nasty a Tyson chicken nugget truly was. It was not something I wanted to shit out later because I knew my ass would itch. So when I saw this, I was very happy. Tyson recalls tens of thousands of pounds of dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets. Most Americans are familiar with the fun dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets popularized by food manufacturers like Tyson. However, parents who are currently in possession of said nuggets are being encouraged by the FDA to return them after customers reported finding metal shavings! Metal! In some packages of the popular food product. In a Saturday announcement, the FDA's Food Safety and Inspection Service announced that the 29-ounce package of both fully cooked fun chicken nuggets, breaded-shaped chicken patties, were being recalled. Almost 30,000 pounds of frozen-shaped chicken is expected to be affected by the recall. The FSIS, traced the contamination back to a September 5th date of production, and the tainted nuggets were apparently shipped to Alabama, California, Illinois, Kentucky, Michigan, Ohio, Tennessee, Virginia, and Wisconsin. The FDA included a list of stores that received the contaminated nuggets on its recall website. No serious injuries have yet been reported, but customers have reported minor oral injuries as a result of having chewed on the metal. Customers still in possession of the nuggets are encouraged to return them to the place of purchase. A spokesperson from Tyson told NBC News that no other products were apparently affected. This is the second time in many months that Tyson has faced public scrutiny. In late September, it was revealed that the Department of Labor is investigating Tyson for potential child labor violations. At the time, a department spokesperson confirmed that both Tyson and Purdue were being investigated for potential use of underage migrant labor, particularly in jobs that were physically dangerous. Tyson did not respond to requests for comment of the investigation, and Missouri Senator Josh Haley has promised follow-up investigations into the company's labor practice. This is disgusting. They already taste like pure mildew and ass, but now you add metal to it? I think not. Not I, said the bandit. I can't possibly think of a scenario where that would make sense. Gross. Tyson chicken nuggets are nasty. They've never been good. Not preferable. Not I. You know. Almost all red stated. Take your conspiracy theories and shove them up your ass. What are they going to do? Take out the children who can't vote? Wonderful. Great idea. Leave the conspiracy theories to the people who smoke too much weed. Speaking of, you know how there's all this fanfare, is what I'll call it, around drag queens in schools? And you know how people are sitting there saying, it's a problem. We got to do something about it. I will not stand for this being near my child. I will not stand for this. I will not stand for this tyranny because it's the only thing that exists to piss me off. People, while you can have your grievances about that, can somebody fucking address these straight teachers who are just having coitus with kids? Ex-Maryland middle school teacher arrested for having the kinky with a 14-year-old. Now look, she don't look like a drag queen. She don't look like no drag queen. This is impossible. This is impossible. And this is not new. A former Maryland middle school teacher was arrested and charged with having coitus with an 8th grader 8 years ago. Damn. All right. It's a pandemic. It's an epidemic. I almost called a town meeting for this. Oh. Melissa Mary Curtis, terrible name, 31, is accused of engaging in coitus acts with a student while she was a teacher at Montgomery Village Middle School beginning in 2015 when she was 22 years of age and the victim was 14. The Montgomery County Police Department said that they opened their investigation in October after an adult male came forward with allegations of abuse. The alleged abuse occurred within a school in Curtis' vehicle and in several residents in Montgomery County. Several residents? What in the fuck? Curtis of Upper Marlboro provided the teenager with alcohol and marijuana. Hey, I don't look like a drag queen. This looks like more of a danger to students than a drag queen in drag time story hour. Now look, somebody will contest me. And they say, oh, Leon, you're wrong again. It's important that we address these drag queens. Huh? If we comparing apples to oranges right now, which one would I tackle first? Which one am I going to deal with first? I'm not saying which one am I going to deal with only. Which one am I going to deal with first? Am I going to deal with the epidemic of teachers having coitus with children first? Or am I going to deal with drag time story hour? I know which one I'm dealing with first. You know, it's sad when you can figure out it's a female predator because of the wording, because of the plain. Why did I say plain? Where did I get plain from? Because the article uses sentences, had sex with a student. No drag queen raped a kid. We don't know that for certain. Don't speak in absolutes. Do not speak in absolutes. What are the solutions to prevent pedo teachers? What a wonderful question. We got to go back to shaming people. Like, that's step one. Start shaming motherfuckers again. Everybody got too comfortable. All it takes is a little bit of shame. They got people who sit there and say, you're supposed to be proud of who you are. What? No, you ain't. Homeschooling is not an ideal idea because just as much as you don't know about a teacher in a school, you don't know about the person who homeschools your child. No allegations of drag rape. Don't speak in absolutes. Because if we look for it, we'll find it. Don't speak in absolutes. Never speak in an absolute. You know you're not certain in that statement. You know all it would take is just a little bit of time and you'll find something. And it'll completely derail it. You know it. You know it. You know it deep inside of you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. Look at my hand. Look at my finger pointing at you in such high definition. Don't do it. Don't. I'm looking at you. Who said that? Miss Susie. I'm pointing right at you. Don't do it. It's not good. I'm just waiting for the full info. It's all gonna be a thing. That's a good camera, I know. It's the camera and the lens. It's the camera and the lens. That's what it really is. That's what it really is. You know? $400, you can get you one. The only absolute is Leon ain't wrong. I've been wrong before. That's a lot of blue. Is this even blue? Like, is my dumb ass, is this blue? Are we gonna do this again? Are we gonna stop? Are we gonna stop the process of the stream again just to have a moment in time? We can. We can. Like, we absolutely can. Where we just like, you know, this is fucking light. This lights I fucking. You know what I'm saying? You say it's blue, but I've been in scenarios where like I kind of look around. Where's the color? Is this? No, this wasn't it. One of these colors like made me think it was blue, but it wasn't. Yeah, isn't November the month where people of the opposite political sides start sissy slapping each other on social media when the elections start up? Yep. And if you think now is bad, wait till you see next year when we got to vote for a president. That's going to be great. Aren't we all excited? I can't wait for the sequel to If You Don't Vote For Me, You Ain't Black. I can't wait for the sequel of You Support Leftist Ideology. It's not going to kill the brain. It's going to be great. You know what? One day I was like, I was talking, and somebody asked me who I voted for, and I said nobody. And they told me, well, you're not supposed to speak on these topics then. And I was like, oh, so who did you vote for? And they told me who they voted for. And I said, oh, so you're the reason our gas prices are this fucking high. Shut that stupid ass conversation right up. And that's all you gotta do. When it come down to shit like that, that's all you gotta do. You gotta catch these fools how they speak. Because it's cool. It's always cool to point at other people and be like, yeah, you the problem. It's cool to be wanting to talk about other people. But then when motherfucker want to talk about you, now it's silence. Now you didn't mean it. That's crazy. Pearl is right. I shouldn't vote. I mean, look, listen, like I've said, you vote for who you vote for. I don't care. Country shit anyway. Give me a president that's gonna get rid of taxes. That's who I'm voting for. I don't care if they're on the left or the right. We bring in a president, I don't give a fuck where they come from. First day, get rid of taxes, that's who I vote for. That's who I put my money towards. I'm gonna fucking fund his campaign. Whoever do that, that's my hero. That's my hero. But since we ain't got a president that do that, y'all ain't got my vote. I don't know what y'all doing in the world. Well, isn't because people try to be quote unquote unproblematic as possible while being the most racist, homophobic, sexist people ever. Not just those things, but overall dick human beings. That's why I not every time, but I just tell people, don't pretend to be what you're not. Just be you. Everybody got a story about you being a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit in several people's stories. I'm not going to get on the internet and fake innocence and act like I've never done nobody wrong. I've never harmed a soul. Yes, I have. I looked stupid for doing it. I've learned from it. But I'm not going to sit here and act as if it never happened. I'm not going to sit here and act as if I can speak on every single thing with pure enlightenment because I could never do such a thing. That condescending speak, it irks me. Because when the chickens come home to roost for a motherfucker like that, suddenly it's, everybody's taking me out of context. This is not who I really am. It's like, why? It's like, why? What's the purpose? Leon, do you like Christmas? Do I like Christmas? I like Christmas movies. As a child, of like every other child, I loved receiving gifts. As an adult, I kind of lost like the Christmas spirit because while Christmas technically is in December, my Christmas is Black Friday. My Christmas is Black Friday. Because I get all my shit. I order all my shit that Friday. It'll be here that Sunday or that Monday. And I'm celebrating Christmas. I'm opening all my gifts. I'm having a fun time. And then I just like chill. Maybe when little old Leon has like a family of some sort, maybe like that type of Christmas spirit will come in. But right now it's Christmas. Another holiday. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. It's a good movie. You probably need to have kids to get the Christmas spirit back as an adult. Not really. You just have to feel it. And some people do feel it. Some people do. And some people don't. In-laws ruined it for me. Don't allow something that has the concept of being like happy be ruined by other people. Putting up sparkly lights helps. Maybe. I don't know. Somebody said something. I didn't read it. These are not my teardrops, daughter dear, but the sheen of dew that lingers. I'm not reading that. You bored me. Hellcat, you bored me. Did I talk about the Jax film situation? No, I don't care. I don't care. I've been going around saying W Sniper Wolf because I don't care. But if you want me to spend 5 minutes of my time, doxing, not fun, not preferable. Don't show up to random people's houses for no fucking reason. The idiots who were running around saying, oh, well, Jax Films made all these videos on Sniper Wolf. Shut the fuck up. It's not a reason to show up at somebody's house. Please stop trying to be the guy who plays both sides. Yes, YouTube plays favorites. That is not a new concept. That has been a concept for years. A lot of YouTubers are favored. Deal with it. You're not favored. That's the thing. If you was running around saying YouTube plays favorites, they are. You not a favorite. Sniper Wolf is. Oops. I heard some guy got demonetized for doing reactions, which I think sucks. Should have the right to be monetized back. Don't try to feign like you hold these rules for everybody. Don't do it. What if I come to your house and bring cookies? There's only one option for you. Because nobody but family comes in here. Nobody comes in here but family. Isn't Sniper Wolf that chick who goes to the kid with cancer? No idea. No idea. Couldn't tell you. But yeah, that's my thoughts on good old Snipe Wolf. Other than that, I don't care. You know why? Because my grandma got run over by a reindeer. Oh. What about Santa Claus? If you're talking about the Tim Allen movie, yes. If you're talking specifically about the Tim Allen movie, yes. And that be's all I can say. Speaking of demonetizations and YouTube doing things, remember what I said about the whole Manifesto? Well, for anyone who does not know any reference of what I'm talking about, I'll fill you in like this. Steven Crowder got access to 3 pages. I don't know why it was only 3 pages. Kind of seems as if you're painting a small narrative there with those 3 pages. You know? Had it doesn't start off good once you use your brain and you realize that this is only 3 pages, and without them and with them, you start to paint a narrative. How did we get here in the first place? Oh, well, because, it's my channel. I talk about things I find interesting. The video of the stream got taken down. And more talk about free speech. You see Rumble telling him to hold the line. Investigative journalism is now considered a criminal organization. Do I believe that? No. Do I think that it was bad what Steven Crowder did? No, unless the only way I will consider what Steven Crowder did as bad is if the rest of the manifesto paints a bigger picture. Because right now, with them 3 With them 3 pages, we've essentially become the analogy of staring too close at the elephant, where we're looking very closely at the elephant, but we're not really seeing the full picture. And so, if that manifesto fully comes out, we'll end up in a scenario. Are we sure those are real ones? Yes, it was confirmed. I was one of the people asking, but it got confirmed that those 3 pages are indeed real. Sorry. I know we all got to put our thinking caps on, but it was quelled hours after that live stream.
Cheers, my dude. Love ya. No homo.
So that's our correspondent tipster. I don't see how that content glorifies violent criminal organizations, though. I mean, when you look at it and the wording that was on it, that's why I didn't post the screenshots of it. Because there's some very bad words in there, and I don't like that. If that could get released, maybe the Epstein client list could get released too. You have such hope for one thing that has nothing to do with the other. That's strong. But those 2 things are not equal. One word got you barred from streaming for a week. Yeah, that's true. How did he get those pages? Well, we could find that out. Hold on, let me read. We got to read now. Following is a statement from Chief John Drake confirming the authenticity of the Nashville Manifesto. I am greatly disturbed by today's unauthorized release of 3 pages of writings from the Covenant shooter. This police department is extremely serious about the investigation to identify the person responsible. This action showed a total disregard for Covenant families as well as the court system, which has control over the shooter's journals at the present time due to litigation filed earlier this year. It is now pending in Davidson County Chancery Court and the Tennessee Court of Appeals. We are not at liberty to release the journals until the courts rule. Our police department looks forward to the ultimate resolution of the litigation concerning the journals. So yes, the 3 pages are indeed real. Hold on. Had to blow my nose. I'm still wondering how he got his hands on it. That's also what I'm wondering, because that's some cunning journalism. And because of this leak, somebody getting fired. Breaking, just got word that 2 officers are due to be fired over the release of the Nashville Manifesto pages. Allegedly, the documents were sold by one of the officers. Yesterday, I said that I wanted to wait to report on the release pages because while it was a major break, I felt the documents were incomplete and did not paint an accurate picture of what transpired given the amount of evidence that we know was collected in the aftermath of the horrific shooting. I'm glad I waited. Yesterday evening, I was contacted by a source with more concrete information regarding the details on Audrey Hale's many notebooks and what her true motive was. I will be breaking this on my podcast today. Blah, blah, blah. Credit and credit due. Wonderful. I think Steven said that he doesn't know where that started, but nobody sold anything. Yeah. Don't know where these rumors started, but these pages were not sold to us, nor was an exchange of payment ever discussed. Hope that clears things up. All right. You know? That is they ass though. Like I get like wanting to do this for the sake of getting it out there, but congratulations, you kind of getting fired for this. You are getting fired for this. So it's not a matter of me asking or saying I hope it was worth it, because it's not. You're getting fired, buddy. It's impossible. And again, this lets us know that there's more. That there's more. I saw people running around painting a narrative off of 3 pages. That's it? Made this just like what was going on with Hunter Biden's laptop? I don't know. I have no idea what goes on in somebody's laptop or a diary. I argue I don't even care. The shooter said that she almost got caught in 2021, so they were on the radar. How many fucking school mass shooters do these motherfuckers have on a radar? It's like the 4th one. What the fuck? Leon, do you think the video mentioned about Hale will actually see the light of day? Maybe. Maybe. What about Miles' laptop? I feel as though I know what you mean by that, and how dare you. I feel like I know what you might be talking about. I do, and you're a sick fuck. You're a sick fuck. I want you to know what you are. Michael Davis, YouTube commenter in a live stream on November 7th, 2023 at 7 p.m. You're a sick man. Did you know that? You're a very sick man. Candace also, great freeze frame. Did she post the clip? Because
all right, everybody, welcome to a...
Shut up! This is the full episode. What in the fuck? Lil RT responds to me. All right, before we watch whatever this is, I want to watch this.
We're talking about cultural issues today. We are talking about this moment. We are talking about parenting. We're really talking about children, right? What is happening?
Can I play a game while we do this, please? I don't want to just look at Candace. Candace is not ugly. Candace is very attractive. This is a great freeze frame I have on her. But, you know, I don't want to just look at this all day. She looks like a wow! Not reading that. The shoulders. It's the shirt. It's the jacket she got on. That's the only reason her shirt looked like that. Mario? Y'all want me to play Mario? I was going to play Fortnite OG because I'm such an OG. But fuck it. I'll play Mario. Why not? Where's my Switch? What the fuck? Oh, I moved it. I'm going to play Mario while I go through this. So we know. So we're clear here. Oh, wait. Can I play Mario while I do this? I don't know. I don't know if I can. I don't even know if where the fuck is my Switch? What the fuck? Turn on, bitch. There we go. Can I? I mean, I can. But I don't wanna. Can y'all hear my Switch? I feel like you can. And I don't want that at the current moment. The elf stole your Switch? Stop it. Oh, you can? That's... I don't want you to hear my Switch. I'm just saying. I don't want my Switch heard. Fuck, I still feel like you might hear it. Fuck it. Nope. Because I don't want it distracting from the overall video. Nope. Never mind. Never mind. We're not doing it. Nope, we're not doing it.
Happening right now in American society with our children, the things that they are being exposed to. Well, I think it was last week I covered for you a rapper, a 9-year-old rapper, an illiterate rapper, literally cannot read, named...
An illiterate rapper is crazy. Mario Wonder is so good. Yes, I know. Just mute the game. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. That's what you do. You just shut the fuck up. Fuck up. Okay? Do we understand one another? Up. Just shut the fuck up. Shut up. It is impossible how y'all still hear this game. I refuse. Illiterate rapper? Yeah. Illiterate rapper. Like all the hot new artists. Candace versus Ice Spice? Absolutely not. You know what? I paid to see that form of dialogue happen. That's a form of dialogue. Like, there's so many where you get to see something you'll never see again. Like this life has so many things to be grateful for. I would pay to see those two individuals talk to one another. That and Candace Owens and Cardi B. That's shit I'd pay for. Gonna be brutally honest with you. That shit I would pay for. That's something everybody should want to have to pay for. Now that's a video I'd force myself to sit through. I'd rather versus Nicki. As you gotta think though, Candace Owens didn't have beef with Cardi B before. So it's like, we can have that shit happen again. And it could be everything we want it to be in life. You know? You get where I'm coming from? I hope you get where I'm coming from. Because I'm coming from a place of understanding.
Lil RT. And so he recently covered his music video, which is up on YouTube. It's also, he's got an Instagram page. It's called 60 Miles. And in the lyrics, he's talking about women who he doesn't want to hang out with unless they're willing to suck his D. Yeah, he's 9 years old again, so he hasn't even gone through puberty. These are the kinds of lyrics
Gross.
That were coming out. And we covered this piece because it's not funny. It speaks to the corrosion of our culture. It speaks to the corrosion of Black culture, obviously a part of the bigger American picture. And people shouldn't find this sort of content to be funny. Well, it turns out that Lil RT, the 9-year-old rapper who cannot read but raps about sex, responded to me. And I want to show you what Lil RT had to say. Take a listen.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I do videos and motherfuckers be like, where's the father in the home? Oh, no. I don't want to hear this, but I got to hear it.
What did I say to her? Why? What happened?
I'm being myself. They all start talking about this.
Bring it to her restaurant, right?
Mm-hmm.
What?
You all telling me about that food trash.
So you hear him say that I need to be quiet because I'm all up in his silk. He's obviously being egged on by the adults, and that's really who I want to respond to because Lil RT is a child, and my heart breaks for him, genuinely. I see a child that could have so much potential, and yet he is surrounded by monsters, people that know that they are not furthering his rap career. In fact, they are probably leading him down a path of harm, obviously.
What do you mean, Candace? He wants to be a rap star because, that's the beacon of society for Black people.
He cannot even read at the age of 9 years old. The future is not looking bright for him unless there is some sort of extreme intervention, in which there should be. You have people over at Child Protective Services that will show up at your house if you refuse the vitamin K shot for your infant at the hospital. And yet you have Lil RT that's creating content on the internet talking about women performing sex acts on him, talking about running from the police, and there's no problem here. That's just what they expect for Black Americans. They expect their prospects to be...
Can you speed her up? This is on 1.5, and again, great screenshot by me. This is on 1.5. This is as fast as I'm going with the ability to cater and still hear her in a clear manner.
well, let's return to the streets. You should always be on the streets. You should want to be a ball player, which is probably not going to happen statistically. You have virtually 0% chance of being the next LeBron James. But if you pursue this path of music, or you pursue this path of sports, you end up like little RT and hope that you're not dead by the time you're 20. And so they're egging him on there, and he's saying, she's off my silk. I can't answer that because I don't know what it means. I don't care to know what it means. I'm not.
You know who I want to be a rapper? I think Peachy could be a great rapper. And again, great screenshot by me.
For the streets. I'm not all up in your silk. I'm paying attention to how your parents are harming you, which your underdeveloped brain obviously can't comprehend. But they comprehend what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Whatever, they wrote some disclaimer there. He thinks I own a restaurant. I don't. They think it's funny to show that people are just jealous of him. We aren't. We are concerned for him because we should be concerned. Every person should be concerned when there is a young child who should have their entire world before them, who instead is sitting on a couch responding like
Leon write Peachy a Christian rap. If I wrote Peachy a rap, she'd go to hell.
As if he's in a rap battle with someone who is expressing concern for his life. Those adults don't care about him. That's the point. We are in a circumstance now in America where there are too many adults who don't care about their children, who care about clicks, who care about Facebook, who care about TikTok, who care about Instagram, and want.
Facebook is awesome. Like, I know you all like to send old people to Facebook so that they can wither away, but those old geezers got some comedy on that Facebook.
To use their children to further their own desperate need for attention. This kid needs a book. This kid needs to learn how to read. This kid needs better parenting. What we need as a society, by the way, I want to be clear, is better parenting all around. So I am disturbed by this response. I don't find it funny. I don't find it cute. I think we need to stop telling parents that this sort of stuff is cute and liking it and thumbsing it up. We need to call them out for their abhorrent behavior. In my estimation, these parents are behaving as if they're younger than little RT. It's an embarrassment. Hey guys, if you like this video, you are definitely going to like the full episode.
I hate it. I hated it, woman. Funny how people like Candace Owens of the Day Wilder would say they care about children, but never talk about the children getting screwed by foster care system. It's an interesting dialogue you've presented in front of me, because if they did talk about the system, then what? Didn't they care and you're off their back? Or is it another thing to complain about? We have reasons to complain about little Miss Candace Owens. I'm still a little bit miffed about that Andrew Tate interview, which I'm never going to finish because it's a complete gaslight to anybody with a brain and concepts of how to work it. But fuck. Candace will peg you. Wow, I'm not reading that. I am not reading that. All right. Now, I know this says 35 minutes, but the whole thing is not 35 minutes.
The police.
It's 8. Like, this is the whole duration of it. But we got to start at the beginning. Leon, want a space fact I just found. What? Want a space fact I just now found out? No.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will jump right into this. On March 27th, 2023, in the Nashville community, a horrific event took place. A shooter by the name of Audrey Hale walked into an elementary school and slaughtered 6 individuals. I covered this extensively, obviously, because I am a part of the Nashville community. And we have been left with really no answers and just a lot of lingering questions. A lot of things were strange that day. First and foremost, it is unusual for there to ever be a female mass shooter. And we were given no information, not from police officers, nothing came out pertaining to how this could have possibly taken place. And so yesterday, there was a major break when Louder with Crowder, the team over at Louder and Crowder, said that they had obtained 3 pages from Audrey Hale's manifesto. I said yesterday, despite being given and provided this information, having been seeing it in the same way that you all saw it, but I wanted to wait to report on the release pages because while it was
smart, Candace, you're learning. You're almost there. You're almost gonna be like me. You know, you got these plebeians who will fucking DM me saying, why don't you talk about this? I will never let you marsupials live it down that you demanded I talk about that, what was that? That Montgomery brawl. I had motherfuckers on my back demanding I speak about that. And I was just looking, who do you think you are? Who do you think you talking to? I wait. I have fun. I bullshit until it's time to stop the bullshit. And then I speak about it.
Indeed
Unless I gotta fucking shut you motherfuckers up or add just a little bit of clarity to your confused little minds.
Major break, credit where credit is due. I felt the documents were incomplete and did not necessarily paint an accurate picture of what transpired, given the amount of evidence that we knew was collected in the aftermath of the horrific shooting. And it paid to wait. because I was then contacted by another source who agreed and who had seen many more of the documents which were collected. So that's what we'll be reporting on exclusively today. A source that has provided me with more information pertaining to the motive of Audrey Hale. That's what's coming up on the show. We obviously heard
her intro is not good. Like the intro music that it hurts my ears. I don't know why.
News via Twitter, like everybody else had, that Steven Crowder, the Louder with Crowder team, had obtained some exclusive documents pertaining to the shooting, which took place at the Covenant School here in Nashville. This was obviously a very big story, a very big break, and I was keen to see what he would present. Credit where credit is due. I mean, we have all been grasping at straws over here, trying to understand what took place in this community, but more importantly, trying to understand why this shooting was being treated differently than any other shooting that we've had in America.
You're lying. Shooting kind of plays out like every school shooting. It happens. People are scared. Then we play the guessing game. Then we learn the guess. And then people stop talking about it. And people keep talking about it. Why she keep bouncing? That's how she moves. What the fuck?
Not being told anything about the manifesto. We're not being told anything about...
You want a motherfucker to just sit still and talk and not move at all?
About the individual. People clammed up. Lawsuits were filed. Essentially, they did not want the public to know. They said the public had no right to know, which is even more bizarre. And so, like I said earlier, credit where credit is due, that they got their hands on this. But to me, since I wasn't first, it didn't seem necessary for me to then present the information.
Who cares about being first? Like, really? Is it all that matters? I'm first. I did it first. Woo-hoo! What happened to being right? There's a problem with you Americans. Y'all lost the will to be right. Sometimes you can be right and be first. That's a very rare thing. Why can't you just want to be right? I don't give a fuck about being first. I give a fuck about being right. That way, when you marsupials try to speak to me, I can just tell you you're wrong. I can laugh at how wrong you are because I'm right. I can't stand it. I just want to be right. I don't want to be first. I can be dead last. I'd rather be dead last and right than first and have to constantly update some shit I'm wrong about. But that's just me. That's how I view it.
Because it was already out there, and also because I just had this feeling that we were maybe missing the bigger picture. So we will first go back and we will report what the Louder with Crowder team exclusively obtained. It was 3 pages of Audrey Hale's notebook. I never doubted the authenticity of the notebook, obviously, because who would present a fake notebook and think that that was going to be good for their career? It was bizarre to me, the writings, and it talked about essentially how proud Audrey Hale was that today was the big day. So I will just read directly from the notebook. Again, this was sourced from the Louder with Crowder team. The notebook says, today is the day. The day has finally come. I can't believe it's here. I don't know how I was able to get this far, but here I am. I'm a little nervous, but excited. I've been excited for the past 2 weeks. There were several times that I could have been caught, especially back in the summer of 2021. That implies that Audrey Hale had been planning the shooting for some time and really was just working up the courage to commit this atrocity.
Bozo.
It goes on. It says, none of that matters now. I'm almost an hour and 7 minutes away. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm ready. I hope my victims aren't. It's incredibly disturbing. My only fear...
Oh, wait, shit. They showing the screenshots. I just realized that. Shit. You got bad words. No, not me.
3 to 7. It's going to go quick. I hope I have a high death count. Ready to die. Ha ha. Just unbelievably disturbing. You also see in these exclusive pages that Audrey had worked out a timeline of what it was going to look like on the day of death. The schedule reads 6:30 a.m. It looks like the word desired. I don't know what that means. 7 a.m. get dressed. 9 a.m. eat breakfast at home. Home is encircled in a heart shape. 9:30 a.m. pack up special belongings. 9:50 a.m. test the knife core glass breaker. Dad's old cars in parentheses. At 10 a.m. leave for the Royal Range. At 10:20 a.m. gear up and set up guns in the trunk. Assemble and get out the rest with mags inside. 11:20 a.m. final videotape. Some other ramblings that are in this notebook, which is dated about a month before the shooting back in February. Kill those kids, underline those crackers, going to private fancy schools.
Yeah, they see? That's why. See? Not showing it. I don't give a damn. Don't tell me about free speech. Nope. I don't care. I follow the rules.
With those fancy
I will say, this motherfucker's handwriting is chicken scratch.
khakis and sports backpacks with their mommies, daddies, Mustangs, and convertibles. F you, little shit. I wish to shoot you.
Whoa.
Weak ass D's with your mop yellow hair. Kill all you little crackers. A bunch of little
whoa
with your white privileges. F you. Apologize, obviously, for the language, but I think it's important for you guys to hear it. And again, if you haven't seen it, this is exclusive reporting that was done by Louder with Crowder. So as I've said, it was really great work. But the corresponding conversation that was had was people saying that this was a person that was just upset with privilege, upset with white people, and committed this mass atrocity, and that didn't feel enough for me. So I wanted to wait, because what I really thought was, if Steven Crowder has reported on this, it will make other people feel safe to come out with more information. And we know that there's going to be plenty of people in this community that have information and are keeping it close to their chest for a variety of reasons, probably likely fear being the number one reason. And I'm glad I waited, because I was then contacted, and I want to be very careful in everything that I'm going to convey to you next. It's very important, first and foremost, that you understand this is a very well-placed source. It's a source that I trust, and I think that this person is doing something that is very brave in just coming forward and talking about this case in general. Obviously, this individual is similarly disturbed by the lack of information that has been given to the public, and so I want to commend them on their bravery, but also caution you to understand that as we discuss what is allegedly in Audrey Hale's other writings, other manifestos, to appreciate the fact that Audrey Hale's a psychopath, right? So we always must take away psychopath.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I must appreciate that somebody's a psychopath. Did I hear that right?
Also caution you to understand that as we discuss what is allegedly in Audrey Hale's other writings, other manifestos, to appreciate the fact that Audrey Hale's a psychopath, right?
Huh? I don't know about that. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one, because psychopath shot up school. I'm not appreciating that. Huh? No. No. I feel like I know what she mean, but I don't think she know what she mean. You know what I mean? She don't know what she mean, which means she don't know how she mean. You know what I'm saying?
Right? So we always must take away psychopath.
I made tea, but forgot the tea kettle. See, that's why every day you do something, Peachy. Every day, without fucking fail.
Is saying with a grain of salt. It is very difficult to discern what is true and what is false when you are looking inside of the mind of somebody who has the capacity to commit atrocities against children. I also want us to remember the names of the victims. This is not about me. This is not about breaking a story, but this is about appreciating that people were taken from this world because of an insurmountable hate.
If it wasn't about breaking the story, why did you not 2 minutes ago complain about being first?
Hatred in somebody's heart. And those individuals were Evelyn Dekas, Hallie Scruggs, William Kenny, Mike Hill, Catherine Kuntz, and Cynthia Peake. Now, I'm going to say allegedly a lot, because it's important for you guys to also understand that I physically did not see these documents, but I trust the person who did physically see.
Thank you, Candace. Because I would hate to have this information be something that brings in a lot of support, maybe even a little bit of money, and then it's all not true. I'd hate it. I'd despise it.
These documents, or else I would not be reporting this to you. Now, the police collected a lot of inventory, a lot of property from Audrey Hale. I'm just going to remind you guys, this is just a few pages of some of the stuff that they collected. 7 journals, 1 journal. You see, I'm showing you this list of the inventory seized. 11 home videos, bags with Target empty ammos, 2 journals, a suicide note, passwords on sticky notes. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And again, that is what gave me pause in trying to understand what other information they have. Amongst all of this inventory, what the source conveyed to me is that Audrey Hale claims to have been sexually assaulted in her youth when Audrey Hale was a child. And I think that that is a very important and a very relevant allegation. I obviously spend a lot of time on this show, on this podcast, talking about transgenderism. I have often talked about Walt Heyer, who is a trans.
How we got here? How we got here?
Formerly trans individual that I interviewed, who talked about how many people who are quote unquote transitioning suffered some sort of a sexual abuse in their youth, which leads them to this desire to rinse themselves of their identity entirely.
What? 2 + 2 = 4, but somehow you got 90. Thought we was here for a school shooting.
Have been able to confirm also throughout all the inventory that was gathered was that Audrey Hale had a fixation with her father. Without question, there seemed to be this fixation on her father, and the hatred that Audrey felt for her youth was really predominantly transferred to the Covenant School. She felt that her youth, which was so privileged, and obviously all the things that she hated and which have been clarified by what Steven Crowder released, you know, I'm speculating here, but perhaps this is the reason that she targeted the school. Apparently, while Audrey was dealing with some identity issues, Audrey Hale was at the Covenant School, and she placed a lot of the blame on her treatment at the Covenant School while she was going through these issues, which could, again, point to some sort of a motive, but we can't confirm that. I am just telling you the information that was given to me. So to reiterate, what is being alleged here is that Audrey Hale harbored anger and resentment toward this particular school, which she did attend in her youth, partially because she felt that they were not embracing her identity issues in the correct manner. That is what is being alleged here. So that gives us some sort of a plausible motive. And also to remember that when they went through Audrey Hale, the adult's bedroom, Audrey Hale, the adult's belongings, there was this obsession with childlike paraphernalia. There were a lot of stuffed animals. I mean, it's really creepy to consider an adult that is collecting.
Am I high? What is the definition of paraphernalia? Hey Siri, what's the definition of paraphernalia?
Paraphernalia means miscellaneous articles, especially the equipment needed for a particular activity.
I don't, part of me thinks somebody's wrong here. And it might be me.
Stuffed animals, but obviously there was some sort of a stunted growth, some sort of a stunted development, and it can be assumed, or it can be discussed rather, as to whether or not what contributed to that was a trauma in Audrey Hale's childhood. If this sexual abuse is in fact true, then it gives us room to better understand what could have led to this heinous crime, what could have led to so much hatred and this harboring of hatred toward children that she viewed as idyllic, children that she viewed as privileged, children that were very much like her. I tweeted earlier today that I have been told that 2 officers are about to be fired for the information that was given to Steven Crowder. I was told that one of the 2 officers accepted payment for the 3 journals that they released. I am not alleging that Steven Crowder is the person that paid them. I am just telling you that I have been told by the source that some payment took place. So maybe the officers, maybe there's a middleman, who knows, but that these 2 officers are going to lose their jobs over the release of this information, so you can discern from that what you will. My source also tells me that Audrey Hale recorded a video of herself and that is within their possession. I don't think this is something that we can expect to be released. Again, I have not personally seen the video. I am just telling you guys exactly what I've heard about this.
Oh, that's what the motherfucker was talking about earlier. I don't know why. My mind immediately went dark when somebody was like, you think that video of the shooter's gonna get released? I thought it was some random schizo thing where the motherfucker cut themselves. Oh, okay. We're learning. Go fly a kite, Candace. This is crazy. Sources, trust me, bro. Yeah, well, at least she's going the route of saying allegedly, because guess what? She does just have random shit that arguably, depending on who you ask, would be true if it's all true. But at that point, you're just hoping for it to be true. But at least she's playing it safe. The allegedly, she's telling you she didn't see it herself. She's doing all the smart things a real journalist would do after her monumental fuck up of just blindly interviewing Andrew Tate. I'm glad she's learning. I'm glad my seed has been inseminated into the youth, even though Candace is older. I can tell y'all a fucked story for a moment. Years ago, I was called Candace Owens' little brother. And for months, I tried really hard to make that joke stick in a video, and I fucking couldn't. I couldn't figure out how to make that stick into any video, so I gave up on it. I might try again, but it's gonna be hard. Like being Candace Owens' little brother. Got it! I got it. You know what I'm saying? I got it. I knew I'd get it. I knew I'd get it.
And it paints a picture, and it is a picture that we should talk about. You know, I again have been.
I love when Leon's all over me. That's what we're calling it. All right.
The drum, talking about transgenderism, talking about the issues implicit there, talking about the need for us to have access to, when these horrific events take place, we should have access to exactly what pharmaceuticals individuals were on. There's no question that we should know what is in them.
When she issues an apology for the Tate interview and donate the profit she got from it to a charity, maybe I might listen to her again. Well, the problem is, this is probably not going to happen. Even when she got criticized for it, she did like a follow-up stream, completely botched that shit in hilarious fashion. So you're going to be counting your hopes on that one. You're going to be counting your chickens, hoping that they root. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I just got here. I just came to say hello. That's how I say hello. You say hello by trying to get your Leon on? I think not.
Medicine cabinet, we should know what doctors were treating them and how they were dealing with this, because it seems that this individual had a fixation with children because of a trauma that potentially allegedly happened in her childhood. And if that is the case, then that spiraled into a deep-seated hatred for children and a deep-seated hatred for themselves, right? Audrey hated herself. There's no question about that. You're talking about someone who's using language in this notebook. I want to kill all you little crackers. You know, a bunch of little F words with your white privileges. There is almost a hatred of the way in which Audrey Hale grew up, right? And this is stuff that is not spoken about. It's not allowed to be spoken about. This is the sort of stuff.
What do you mean it's not allowed to be spoken about? I am the savior of the white saviors. Every day, I study the world, pulling up every video I can of all this anti-white bigotry. And I fight to help the disillusioned white man so that they can no longer hate themselves and actually be an ally that they want to be. You can't be an ally listening to people who just say you're the problem. It's like if I woke up every single day and told Peachy, women, they're the problem. And now all of a sudden, Peachy's running around saying, women do suck. That's my Peachy impression. Women do suck. It doesn't help. You know what you get when you have someone consuming nothing but videos of them hating themselves and they're just supposed to go along with it? You get just pearly things. And none of you want to be just pearly things.
Where people tell you if somebody is having an identity issue, rather than address it, rather than having them speak to a psychologist or a psychiatrist, you need to affirm them, and that is insanity. Again, I encourage people to watch the sit-down interview that I did with Walt Heyer as he spelled out his own molestation, his own sexual abuse in his childhood, which ultimately led him to procedures and surgery and living as a woman for over a decade of his life until he woke up and realized that what happened was there was a trauma that was being ignored, a trauma.
That's all well and good, but did the individual you interview shoot up a school? Like there's a unique difference between certain individuals, and that's the difference.
That was never addressed because he was handed pharmaceuticals as opposed to being handed a conversation and a further understanding of what happened to him in his youth. And so if all of this information, which I feel confident the information that I've gotten is valid, is true, this should open more conversations about transgenderism, about what underpins transgenderism, and why we are living in a society where people do not want to address the trauma of these individuals. What would lead somebody to doing something so...
Did I see the red pill wedding? Oh, God. What in the fuck is what is a red pill wedding? Abba and Preach reacted to it? All right, they reacted to it, but where can I find?
Drastic as to wanting to transform their identities. It is more crucial than ever that we have this conversation. I also want to add here that the Nashville police have responded to the release of the 3 journal entries from the Crowder team. Here is what they wrote. It reads, the following is a statement from Chief John Drake. I'm greatly disturbed by today's unauthorized release of 3 cases.
Oh, we already read that. Bam, 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 bam.
When a psychopath walks into a school and commits murder against Christian children, it is not about what certain individuals want. It becomes necessary for the community at large to understand.
Hold on. I'm going to have a problem with the wording here in a second.
Resolution of a litigation concerning the journals. Now, I have heard the argument, I've heard people saying, well, if the individuals don't want it released, then it shouldn't be released. I am sorry. When a psychopath walks into a school and commits murder against Christian children.
Why are we specifying them as Christian children? How do we even know that they're Christians? These motherfuckers can not believe in God. You don't know. You know how many motherfuckers I knew who were cold-blooded atheists going to Catholic school? You can't just sit there and call it. You can't just sit there and call it that.
It is not about what certain individuals want. It becomes necessary for the community at large to understand what happened, especially if you're a parent like I am.
What do you mean understand what happened? Person went and shot up a school in the story. And look, I know I just kind of paintbrushed it. Yes, there are people. Yes. There are people who want a deep understanding to learn the intricacies of someone's mind and how they could do this. Yes, it's all true. It's all valid. Okay? Jesus. However, how does that stop the next one? Because at the time when this happened, it was sensationalized as this was the newest one. They've had mass shootings ever since then. So, like, I don't see us pining to understand the mindset of every other mass shooter. So it's like, how we operating here? Because we're not operating on a level playing field. Seem like some of us are operating with the means of, hey, let's just get this one right, and then we can use that for the next ones. Because you know who that sounds like? It sounds like those evil people on the left that always want the mass shooter to be a white guy, and then when it's a black guy, they're nowhere to be found. Or they say that they're a white supremacist. Because, you know, according to their logic, once you pin them against the wall, black people have white supremacist tendencies.
Community was raising young children. We should have access to every single piece of information because these things require further conversation. And so without pointing the finger and pointing the blame on who did what and who.
Further conversation. All right. Let me try to sum it up for you. All right. Your further conversation is trans person shot up a school. Now we get information about it. Now we see that this ideology leads to violence. Okay. Now what? Now what? Like, that's my whole beef with it. You get the information that you want. Then what? What do we do next? Is there any discussion on how to stop this? None? You know? None? No discussion? Just, yeah, we got to talk about this one because this is the one for our narrative. You know what I'm saying? When the next mass shooting in Chicago happens, are y'all gonna hope that we get the manifesto of that guy? Yes? No? Maybe so? Possibly?
Who said what and who released what. We deserve to see every single piece of evidence that they are holding. I have 4 pages of inventory here of what they took, and I want it all. That is how I feel as a parent. I want it all. I want to see everything. I want to understand.
Also, gun-free zone. Yeah! You know what'll stop a criminal? A gun-free zone.
You do not fight evil by being too fearful to look it in the face, by pretending it doesn't exist, by pretending it's not happening. You have to stare it straight in the eye in order to understand, in order to begin to understand, in order to begin to understand how you can.
Hold on. Rewind. I want to hear that again.
I have 4 pages of inventory here of what they took, and I want it all. That is how I feel as a parent. I want it all. I want to see everything. I want to understand evil. You do not fight evil by being too fearful to look it in the face, by pretending it doesn't exist, by pretending it's not happening. You have to stare it straight in the eye in order to understand, in order to begin to understand, in order to begin to understand how you can fight it, right? In order to begin to understand how you can even conquer the evil, you have to be able to look at it.
I don't mean to be that guy, but school shootings have been happening for decades. And we've had ample opportunity to try to, quote, understand the evil to fight the evil. And it ain't work. I'm just saying. Like, we've had numerous examples and numerous chances to help and fight back against evil. Ain't nothing work. Nothing. Chickens ain't coming home to roost. Seem like nothing hit in the back of the throat. So what do y'all want? Y'all want that information just to be like, neener, we got one? Cause it's not gonna end the conversation. That's just gonna lead to another one that'll just muddy the waters again and not be any useful and not stop the next mass shooting that happens. Because you are indeed a fool if you in your mind ever believe that this type of shit is going to stop. And arguably, you will ask someone like me, oh, how will you make it stop then? I said out loud, I don't know. Because trusting people, not a preferred outcome for little old Leon. Leon don't like trusting people. It's netted me all sorts of negatives. It's not really a positive thing. But fuck, criminals will be criminals. Thank you.
So I'm again calling for there to be a release of all documents pertaining to the life of Audrey Hale. That is what we deserve in the community. That is what we deserve in America, because you shouldn't have to live in Nashville to be impacted by something this heinous and something this evil. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
I could have sworn there was a certain group in time that saw something that happened on the news, and regardless of where you were in the country at the time, people were saying something just like Candace. You shouldn't have to live in insert city here to feel this way. You know, you should feel like we should demand some level of importance here. Let's just think for a second. Let me think. picture a scenario where an individual loses their life, people argue unjustly, and they look at this moment and they say, hey, we care about this, and we're going to fight for justice. And people say, blah, blah, blah. And then they respond with, you don't have to live in, let's say, for example, Minneapolis, Minnesota, to be impacted by this. And I wonder if there's any form of an example that could be stretched enough to make it all make sense for anyone to really understand. Candace is saying something her opposition says, and she often criticizes it. I wonder. Yeah. I just wonder. All right, now what is this wedding? Let me just type in red pill wedding. Oh, God. Why is it 27 minutes? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why is it 27 minutes? This is one ugly beard. No. What do you mean? Well, you don't want to see people get married? What happened to being happy around here? You all used to be happy. Leon, please. Please is wild when you think about it. When you think about it, saying please is fucking wild. Because you just sitting there like, you essentially, I can just picture a motherfucker like all they need is just begging not to see this shit. Is it that bad? It's so, what do you mean? Look at that face. That's the face of a man who wants to get married. That's the face of a man who wants to get married. Brick Lady was fun. Brick Lady was fun. That was fun strictly because of all of you. Because you all wanted to have that type of fun too. Should I bring my face on the screen for this? Should I bring the games in on this? Should I bring the games in on this one? I'm gonna bring the games. You know what? I'm gonna sweeten the deal for y'all. I'm gonna bring some games in. I'm gonna bring some games in. The Aber and Preach one is funnier. Well, they're gonna start and stop and cut into it. I want to watch it my damn self and see our greatness for what we could come up with. You know? Let us enjoy. You know? A red pill. I'm going to pull a Peachy and I want to see the comments. I was happy before you. I'll be happy after you. Okay. Being an alpha red pill guy and marrying a baby mama. Okay. So this is parody. A wedding with a Q&A? Sure, why not? This is parody. I'm feeling the parody. I'm feeling like this is nothing but parody. Is this parody? Is this parody? Can we game and listen to Uno Miles? No. Who's Uno Miles? Don't. Like, it's a meme rapper that is terrible at his job. It's a meme rapper. That's all you need to know. That's literally all you need to know. It's a meme rapper. No, it's a real wedding. I don't think this is, I'm not going to believe that this is real. And I don't want this on normal speed at all. Look up Donovan Sharp. No.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp.
Why? Your voice don't match. No, and that might be because it's on 1.5. Now I gotta hear your voice normally. No. No, I gotta hear your voice actually.
What's up, guys?
No, your voice don't match your face, sir. Thought you'd have a deeper voice. Thought you'd come in like, what's up, guys? It's me. Apparently his name's Donovan Sharp, and I'm getting married. All right, so we're going to have to suffer with 1.5 speed.
It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and I need to share the link. Copy the link. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I need to send it. Okay, guys, this is it. We are going to get married. I am now going to give the camera to our guy. Here we go.
This is gotta be parody.
Right, we're live. No, you can turn it around. There you go. You ready?
Hello? Hello? Nice knockers. Hello? Why are we upside down? Does this fix itself at any point? I hope so.
It says orientation is locked here.
Yeah, you can't do it inside.
And here we are, guys.
And here we are. They in the lobby? Oh, he turned it around. Okay.
Welcome to our wedding. This is going to be a very, very sort of informal thing. There is no, what do they call it? An officiant? Pastor. Yeah, I'm the officiant. Okay. I'm the officiant and I run this. So we're going to exchange vows. She's got a few words for me. I've got some words for her. And then I will, by the power vested in me, Donovan Sharp, she's the wife. Yeah, buddy.
Who's clapping? Not until they've said their vows. Okay, I'm going to have to play this at normal speed. I have to.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Each day, when we wake up, we choose one another. You have taught me that the rent is due every day and not to take things for granted.
What?
A healthy garden takes watering and pruning.
Damn, she got them tig bitties. I hate y'all. I fucking hate y'all.
Attention in order to flourish. Thank you for demanding the best of me always. I promise to stand beside you, walk behind you, and be a reliable source of peace for you. I promise to show you my love through my actions, words, and thoughts. Together our lives are great,
Terrible audio.
and the sky is the limit. I love you, and I'm happy to be your girl. Go Eagles.
Go birds, baby. Cindy, this has been, it's been a hell of a ride. It's been, and the way we met was very unorthodox. Our relationship is very unorthodox. You're wearing a wedding ring now because, well, you know, there you go. You've been wearing it for 7.5 years, but
This bitch been wearing a wedding ring for 7 years and they ain't get married? Peachy. These are the people you looked up to at one point. Just remember that.
you know, like I said,
You know, you got a wedding ring for 7 years and you was just holding it.
I bring out the best in you, but you make me happy, you really do. I was happy before you, and if you and I decide to part ways for whatever reason, I'll be happy without you. But I am very, very glad to have someone like you in my life. I've been successful in many ventures in my life, and I've never really had someone like you. I really haven't. I'm glad that I made you into the woman you are today.
Wow. I'm glad that I made you.
And I'm glad that you continue to hold that standard. Success is really, really cool to have, to be financially successful, but it's much, much sweeter when you have someone like you to share it with. And so, by the power vested in me, I pronounce us man and wife.
I felt like I thought it was going to be so much worse. Okay, it's a narcissist wedding. Hooray, happy for you. Happy fun times. I might just have to watch the app and preach version. Bro taking all the credit for those milkers. I'm actually going to have to watch the app and preach version. Because ain't no motherfucking way I'm sitting through 27 minutes of that. I'd rather sit through 16 of Abba and Preach. It feels scripted. Well, guess what? Even if it is, we're going to watch two professionals get through it in a funnier fashion. You know what I'm saying?
If you don't know who Donovan Sharp is, he's considered a red pill guru, one of the leaders in the manosphere. He touts himself as somebody that young men should emulate in terms of how they should live their life. Well, we did a previous video in which it was exposed that he's been lying about a lot of his life, like much of these red pill people.
Any man who marries a woman past the age of 23 years old, you're getting leftovers. But
yeah, Peachy. If you're 32 and not married, if you're 40 and not married, if you're 50 and not married, and then you find the love of your life, you're leftovers. No wonder women hate y'all.
yeah, David, listen, man. I'm not trying to be mean-spirited, but you married a single mom. Like, post-war women, they get married all the time, but the men they get married to are very low value. They're beta males. They're pushovers. They're not real men. They're not the...
I'm not listening to no this grown-ass man wearing a wife beater. Like, y'all get mad at me for wearing a bonnet. Y'all get mad at me for wearing a bonnet. I'm gonna say that again. Y'all get mad at me for wearing a bonnet and a pink hat. But he could wear a wife beater? Like, come on, bro.
Men that arouse these women.
So credits where credit's due. This man makes fun of other people's spouses and different things like that. Claims he would never date a single mom. Well, somebody pulled up his quote-unquote girlfriend's bankruptcy records, because those are public records that anyone has access to, and they found some interesting information.
Devin is one of just a few women I've dated, older women I've dated, who didn't have any kids when I met them. But again, they're the exceptions. Devin is my girlfriend. She is not my wife. We have never been married. She is not a single mother, and we have not adopted anybody. I got a 13-year-old niece that stays here at least twice a week because Olivia, she's 14 years old now, and she's a beautiful girl. She could.
And so as we now look at her application on the screen and go to the section describing her household, it states, do you have dependents? Yes. Does dependent live with you? Yes. Dependent's age, 10 years old. Dependent's relationship to debtor 1, daughter.
Oh.
I want to make something clear here. I don't care what kind of woman you choose to be your girl. To be with who you want to be. You want to date a single mom? I don't care.
I care. No grown adult should be dating a 10-year-old.
I don't like. And what
I care.
I think it's very laughable is you run a course, you have video clips, making fun of other men for dating single moms and criticizing those women.
Now keep in mind that this also contradicts everything Donovan Sharp has taught his audience about the types of women to avoid, going all the way back to his days when he wrote for Return of Kings, to his free ebook called 16 Ways to Immediately Disqualify Her for a Relationship, where he states that single mothers should be avoided as they make for the worst girlfriends, wives, and mothers.
I was a single mom. And yes, listen, I know single moms are bad and this and that and the other, but we all got to start somewhere. Don't commit to them. You've been married before.
I have.
Okay, you've been married before.
I got married young, and I was married for a very long time. You know, for the 20-something years before we met, you know, as an adult. You know, for the 20-something years before we met, you know, as an adult. You know, for the 20-something years before we met, you know, as an adult.
I met you when you were 32. You are an older woman. Devin, my girlfriend, is an older woman. Okay? Yes, my girlfriend is an older woman. She turned 36 back in February. I misled my audience about Devin's age, but I did that for privacy purposes. Just listen, Dev is 45.
Oh. So he gets to lie because it's privacy, but he'll bring up any other old woman and be like, stay away from her. She's used.
Every day you get online and you lie about the fact that that woman has a daughter. That the woman that you call your girl, your wife, has a daughter. And are you lying about it? You lied about the fact that your girl's old, which is fine. But you're lying about it while telling other people to not wife up used goods. That's what you say.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and I need to share the link. Copy the link. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I need to send it. Okay, guys, this is it. We are going to get married. I am now going to give the camera to our guy. Here we go. All right, we're live. No, you can turn it around. There you go. You ready?
Okay, so it wasn't me. It was them. Okay.
I don't know if that's not the most poetic thing ever, but a red pill wedding would be filmed upside down.
He did say turn it around, so I mean it is.
You can't make this up. That is poetry. So this is literally titled A Red Pilled Wedding. I can't. All these high value men, and they still don't know how to not fucking invert this fucking video?
They don't know how to operate a camera.
I mean, I understand.
Yeah, would you wear Abba's hoodie? You mean the one that I bought that says, hold on. I'm also, the whole time this is going on, I'm playing Fortnite, just so we're all clear. Like, as this is going on, I've just been playing Fortnite the whole time. Like the whole time. But if I'm going to answer your question with any form of honesty, it's going to have to wait until I hide down here and run along because I want to get something. It's like, I got their fucking baseball jersey. The fucking baseball jersey. There's no number on here, but I got this from their fucking little shop. Like that fucking baseball jersey he always wearing. I bought it. And a fucking video where he was talking about hiding in the bushes. So, you know, I regret asking you so quiet. Fuck you, that's called good mic quality. Ask it. Type shit. I regret asking. You don't regret shit. You regret the fact that you wanted to know that shit, fool. You wanted to know. You just wanted to be a part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? All right, back to this.
Saying marriage isn't a big deal to you guys, but
that's a skit. That's a skit.
They look like they're in a hotel lobby.
That's a skit.
It says orientation is locked.
Yeah, you can't do it inside. And here we are, guys.
Yo, it's an L for the cameraman. It's an L for the editor.
No, that's a skit.
And he's edited his own wedding.
That's a skit.
All right,
that's a skit.
Okay, let's watch. Bruh, this would be a red pill wedding because everybody I saw in the audience was just dude.
All right, guys. Welcome to our wedding. This is going to be a very sort of informal thing. There is no what do they call it? An officiant? Pastor. Yeah, I'm the officiant. Okay, I'm the officiant and I run this. So we're going to exchange vows. She's got a few words for me. I've got some words for her, and then I will by the power vested in me, Donovan Sharp. She's the wife.
Got word for her. Would you want to be my hoe and only hoe for the rest of our lives?
Yeah, buddy.
See those people clapping?
Waiting on those Ruin Leon hoodies. Keep waiting.
I refuse.
You'll never get them.
I refuse to believe that's family and friends. Because I don't care how cringy and red pill you are, there is no way your family and friends would clap at that kind of speech. I think this guy paid people to be an audience.
All right. Yeah, gas me up.
Ready? Each day, when we wake up, we choose one another. You have taught me that the rent is due every day and not to take things for granted.
The rent is due every day and to not take things for granted.
This is skit. Stop. You can shut this off.
Each day, when we wake up, we choose one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It screams skit. Like it just screams skit.
You have taught me that the rent is due every day and not to take things for granted. A healthy garden takes watering, pruning, and attention in order to flourish. Thank you for demanding the best in me always. I promise to stand beside you, walk behind you, and be a reliable source of peace for you.
Promise to stand beside you, to walk behind you, and to be a reliable source of peace for you. Okay, that's nice words. Okay.
I promise to show you my love through my actions, words, and thoughts. Together our lives are great, and the sky is the limit. I love you, and I'm happy to go. Yo-yo.
No birds, baby. Cindy, it's been a hell of a ride. And the way we met was very unorthodox. Our relationship is very unorthodox. You're wearing a wedding ring now because...
Yeah, I found out you were a single mom, and I still got with you, even though I think getting with single mom is a waste of time. Yeah. And I've been lying to everyone about the fact that you're a single mom. It's been a wild ride. It's crazy how much we've been lying about who you are and what you've done, how your age, everything else, because you're actually much older than I originally claimed. But I lied because I have an image to maintain.
But did you see CM Punk returning to Survivor Series? Well, that's not confirmed by anybody but you fucking losers on Twitter. And I'm not trusting any of you. So when he shows up, or if he shows up, he shows up. If he doesn't, you'll fucking bitch, moan, and complain about everybody not doing what you want them to do because you feel like you know how to book a wrestling company. Hate to break it to you, but I'm not trusting random people on Twitter about anything.
Well, there you go. You've been learning for 7.5 years. But, like I said, I bring out the best in you, but you make me happy. You really do. I was happy before you.
You know what I thought he was going to say? I was going to say, I bring out the best in you, but you don't really bring out the best in me. I do that myself. I bring out the best in me. I bring out the best out of you. Because, listen, I don't really need you. I just need my homies.
Facts.
Men and women can't be, I don't know, just...
Homies over home. Homies over home.
Facts.
Do the homie.
Do that, homie.
That's
what it makes me think of.
Learning for 7.5 years. But, like I said, I bring out the best.
I hope he doesn't, just to see the outrage. I mean... If he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. It ain't gonna make me happy. It ain't gonna make me mad. It's just gonna be, something to talk about. And I think motherfuckers are hyping themselves up just a little bit in hopes that they believe it, in hopes that it come true. It's like, I need something confirmed before I can really be like, CM Punk's coming back, hooray!
But you make me happy.
I like how it started with you, I bring out the best in you. It sounded like he was about to compliment her, and he went, no.
And then it doesn't.
I make you better, stupid.
I was happy before you, and if you and I decide to part ways for whatever reason, I'll be happy without you.
I don't care what nobody says. There's never a day in life where you can convince me this is not the most loserish shit ever. You want to love the woman that you love and share these kind of weird vows, and that's fine. Doing this for content, doing a Q&A afterwards, or doing vows where you're essentially like, yo, I was happy before you, and I'm going to be happy after you. It's like,
even if Punk returns, it probably won't have the same impact. I mean, yes, it will. because the motherfucker will return in Chicago. Anywhere else, it won't be the same. But Chicago, of all fucking places? Like, you're lying to yourself right there.
Like, holy
But
shit.
I'm happy about the way you made me happy because I made you. That's crazy. That's a crazy bar. That's a crazy bar. I was happy before you. I'm gonna be happy after you.
Yo.
But I'm happy to be with you because I made you. Where you going?
Yo, Daz, when red pill dudes do marriages, I feel like it gotta be like this. Yo, listen, I'm killing it.
Did you bring a whole ass?
I'm killing it, baby.
Did you bring a
I
whole?
made you. I thought I did everything.
Why does motherfucker turn? See, I knew I was gonna have better fun watching the Habit Preach video. I knew this would be better for my mental health.
Hey, look at me. I married me, baby. I pronounce us me and me.
For eternity. You wasn't about to kiss yourself?
I kiss myself every night. How can I not? You ever catch a mirror and catch a reflection? When you a red pill man, you gotta love it. Hey. Blue pill beta bitches.
And I never really had someone like you.
I hate that.
I really haven't. I'm glad that I made you into the woman you are today, and I'm glad that you.
So hold on, Solo for champ, you still one of the dumbest motherfuckers to say that stupid shit. You perpetuate that dumb shit, and it's like that's why I don't talk to wrestling fans like you, because you say dumb shit wanting it to happen, and you know that shit is never gonna go out for you. You know that, but it's like you want that. I'm happy for you, but you the dumbest one in the room with that. I don't even feel bad for you. I'm just ashamed you said it.
Continue to hold that standard. Success is really, really cool to have to be financially successful, but it's much, much sweeter when you have someone like you to share it with. And so, by the power vested in me, I pronounce us man and wife.
Did he say man and wife? Did he say that?
Yeah. Because he's a man.
Because he doesn't want to be a husband?
No. Because that would be simpish. That's logic.
No, but if that's your wife, then you're her husband. I don't even understand that.
No.
Really, really cool to have to be financially successful, but it's much, much sweeter when you have someone like you to share it with. And so, by the power vested in me, I pronounce us man and wife. Okay, so now that we're officially married, I guess we'll take questions from the audience. We're gonna do 10 minutes of questions, then we're gonna.
10 minutes of questions is fucking wild when you think about it.
It's a skit. No questions.
Like,
at the end of your
I ain't gonna lie, it gotta be a skit. Like, nah.
Anybody got questions? Yo, when's the last time you banged? Other question. Is she gonna be your only one? No.
I think this is his viewers. I think this is an event he ran with his viewers.
Probably. That I can get behind that. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I will say this is innovative. I have never heard of a wedding with a Q&A. But in this content-driven world,
facts.
Even this is not surprising. I mean, if y'all niggas hate marriage so much, then just don't do it. I don't understand this. Like, okay, jokes aside and laughing at how stupid this guy looks. Like, red pill dudes complain about marriage all the time. I would never get the state involved. Yada 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 yada. Okay. Then what's the point of y'all getting married? You guys are not getting married in a religious context. You're not getting married in a governmental context. What the fuck? You're not even getting married in front of friends and family to like see families united. You're doing this in front of subscribers. What the fuck is the point of this?
What do you mean, Abba? It's content, baby. It's content for the world. All these loser red pill people who think they saving somebody, this is for them. A Q&A to learn about marriage because clearly they want to get married. They just listen to grown men all day talk about how marriage sucks. They clearly want to get married in the future. Somehow. These are the same people who want multiple wives and can't get one to look in their direction.
Are you to announce your wife?
What's the point?
To your audience? Just tell her she's your wife and that's it.
Well, don't you think it's just that, I don't know, it's their universe. So you're presenting your wife in front of your universe. So therefore, why not?
Abba's got the same fucking face as I would.
Presenting your wife in front of your universe. So
hold on. This is the same fucking face. My man's nose. You can marry Pearl. She's available. I think not. Because I think Pearl stated she don't want to get married. So it's just a bunch of loveless losers trying to make everybody else a loveless loser. Y'all don't see a problem here?
Therefore, why not? Bro, I'm trying.
Keep going.
Okay.
Stop laughing.
I'm trying.
This is a serious matter.
You stop laughing.
But,
yeah, you can't tell me to stop laughing if you're laughing.
Go ahead.
Okay.
No, I'm giving you a choice, Neil. In this hand, you have the blue pill.
Oh, my days.
Or you have Donovan Sharp. The blue pill will plug you back into the.
We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Listen to my options.
You know what? I don't have to. I don't have to choose blue pill or red pill. I don't have to choose no pill. Why am I on the pill? Are they happy? They look happy, so good for them.
Good for them. But since y'all want to sell this lifestyle to other people, it's okay for folks to laugh at it. It's okay, especially when you say your lifestyle's better than others. Especially when you say your way is the truth, your way is the red pill, whatever the fuck it is. Like, it's okay for people to look at you guys and say, y'all goofy as hell. I'm not out here looking for people's wedding ceremonies like, what the fuck is? But this, I treat this a bit different. The only thing I'd be wondering is like, why do these dudes who say they have the truth and all this stuff just end up looking like such dweebs and losers? Like, they look like
Thank you. No, they look masculine, according to these disillusioned fools who wake up thinking marriage is prison. Oh, they're masculine. Everybody, it's masculine to look like a dork on the fucking internet and inspire other dorks to feel validated because they're all dorks.
You never want to socialize with, but they're convinced that they lead the best lives ever.
There are certain kind of nerds. You know, when they get together and they believe in it, you know, it's like cosplay, but
it's like nerds going to a convention. This is Red Pill Con.
RPG.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing.
Role playing.
That's the whole universe is what is that. They build themselves a persona and then they just interact with each other.
What do you guys think in the comments below? How much do you guys want a red pill? We are selling mirrors, so if you want to get married, you know.
We're selling mirrors now?
Hey, listen.
We're selling mirrors now?
Y'all need to know who it is that y'all gonna marry. And y'all need a good reflection to know.
And who are you gonna marry? Me.
That's what it felt like.
That's what it was.
That ass backwards. Like, nah. I refuse to believe that that's real. I really think it's nothing but a skit. Speaking of weddings, why the fuck did they drive around the whole town making noise, bothering people, and blocking the road just to announce they're married? I don't know what marriages you go to, but I've never participated in a wedding that resulted in motherfuckers blocking traffic. It's never been a thing. Ever preach ruling on the kings of red pill slander, I'm here for it. It's because if you're somebody who champions red pill, you're a loser. Even if you're the one who's like, red pill is not about dating, it's about truth. These people lie to you. And you eat it up. Because they say things that make your ears perk up and they make you blush because, ooh, I feel validated deep inside. They say everything that I believe. Ooh, like you're a loser. You're a creme de la creme bozo. A dweeb. A dork. All right, now let me try to win this game. I'm in 4th place. Let me try to win this game. See if I can get this dub, baby. Oh, hit him for 170. In my mind, that worked. I have no idea where anybody is. All right, we're gonna end the stream trying to get a dub. I know a motherfucker ain't just shoot rockets at me. Y'all better start shooting at each other. Oh no. You tried it, bud. Now hold on. We out of there. I'm out of there. Hold on. I'm bullshitting. No. Don't worry about it. I got another one, bitch. I got a whole nother one, bitch. And I got heels, bitch. Oh no. Oh, he over there. All right. We making some shit shake. Hold on. Is it legal to marry a dead guy? I don't know. Go find out. Fuck, I'm a heel. I got one more rift to go, and this is gonna be the cheese. Oh, I'm out of there, and I'm in the air. This is how you cheat, kids. Where the fuck? I need somewhere to land. Shit! Come on. Come on, this the one. Oh, fuck it. He not doing that. He just gave up. All right, fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. We out. We out. That's how we in the stream with a fucking dub. All right. All right. That's how we in the stream with a dub. All right, everybody. That's it. Get out of here. I got nothing else. That's all we had to talk about. I got nothing else. I was gonna watch the Boogie documentary, but fuck, I don't know. Time got away from me. I was gonna watch it. You know, y'all don't want to see me watch that. Time to go. Everybody get out of here. Everybody get out of here. Scatter. Run. Run. Move.